Hi, I'm Becky Johnson with Sweetheart Quilt Design Company, and today we're going to talk about how to figure out how many sashing strips you need to cut. Now, if you take Quilting 101, which this quilt is, obviously I'll tell you how many to cut, and a regular pattern will tell you how many to cut. But sometimes you're being a little more creative than that, and you're making a t-shirt quilt, or you have photographs from a wedding or a family, celebration quilt, an anniversary quilt, or you just have a block that you like and so you want to make them and you need to know how many sashing strips. So for this quilt, it would be fairly easy just to count them. But when you get into bigger numbers, like 7 times 8 blocks or 9 by 10 blocks, then you just sort of get lost and you never get the number right. So I came up with a formula and I've got it typed up here. So first of all, you need to know how many blocks. So we have 3 blocks horizontal and we have 4 blocks vertically. So you figure that you put that into the page, 3 times 4. So to figure the vertical sashing, you're going to add 1 to the horizontal blocks, and you end up with 4 times 4 is 16. And then for the horizontal sashing, you're going to add 1 to the vertical blocks, and you get 3 times 5 is 15 for a total number of sashings of 31. Okay, so here's another example. This is 5 by 6. So you just do the same thing. You add 1 here, you get 6 by 6 is 36. You add 1 here, you get 5 by 7 is 35 for a total of 71. Now here's where it gets more complicated. So say we're doing 7 by 8 blocks. You do the same thing. You add 1, gives you 8 times 8 is 64. And here you add 1, it gives you 7 times 9 is 63 for 127. And sometimes it really doesn't matter how many horizontal or how many vertical sashings, but sometimes it does. Say, for instance, if your blocks were 8 by 10, then your vertical sashings would need to be 8 inches, and your horizontal ones would need to be 10 inches. Or sometimes you have a fabric that's directional, or sometimes you just want the sashing to be different. So it's helpful to know which is which. Anyway, have fun with that. Thanks a bunch.